How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Make It and Break It. My name's Andrew, and next to me is our Project Hypertenere Yamaha R6. We're in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff up here on triple clamps, but I did want to show you a cool tool to help you with fabrication, and in this case, to help us with this fabrication and make it a little bit easier. So right now you can see this is our dummy 3D printed roll bar here, or crash bar, engine crash bar. This is the main hoop, and it fits on both sides nicely. Unfortunately, for us to check out the fitment, we have to use like duct tape and stuff, which when we go to fabrication, that fabrication is going to be hard to do, especially if we're trying to at least fit it up here on the bike and make it work. So I'm going to steal a technique from my old work and show you guys some 3D printed pull-up clamps that help you with fabricating stuff, especially when you're fabricating in place. So let's go to the computer and I'll show you what they look like. So after, an hour or so of CAD work, this is what we came up with. So this is a pull-up clamp design. This is fairly similar to some stuff I've used previously, except this is kind of more designed to be worked in plastic and not with nearly as heavy-duty materials. So the idea here is pretty simple. You have a strong back piece, which is this piece here. Oh, no, not that piece. You have a strong back piece here. And this piece is designed to center on your cross piece, or the upper part of your T here. And then you bolt, or in this case, probably all-thread rod would be best. You put a piece of all-thread rod through each one of these holes here, and then you bolt these two clamping pieces, that'd be these two, onto this piece, and then you bolt between them to grab a hold of this piece of pipe. And what that'll do is that'll hold this piece of pipe 90-degree angle from this one, and this spacing easily allows you to get a MIG gun or a TIG torch in here and tack corner, and depending on the torch, you might even be able to get in here and get on this corner here and get your top and bottom tacks, your 4 tacks around. But either way, it'll allow you to get at least a couple good tacks in here and hold your pieces in place, so you're not trying to like magnet weirdo pieces like this in place, especially if this is portrayed with a pretty long tail. But what if you're doing this and this piece of pipe only runs out to right here? There's not great magneting options in that case. So you could actually use these clamps to set up your welding and weld everything in place. Kind of a cool setup. The other really cool thing about this is that these clamps are actually designed for multiple material sizes. So you can see how they're set up right now. These are set up on a 1-inch piece of pipe. This is actually a stand-in for what we're seeing on the motorcycle right now, 1-inch 083 wall tubing. You can see that there. And these are set up like they would be on 1-inch 083 wall tubing, but you notice that these aren't just pure semicircles, they're actually more of a teardrop design. That is because if we suppress all of these, suppress this one, and we'll just suppress the strong back just for ease here, you can see that there are actually multiple surfaces on this interior clamping section. So these multiple surfaces are actually radiused for different size pipe. This one, or tube in this case, pipe would be different. So in this inner one is radiused for 1-inch tubing. This second segments here and here are radiused for 1.5-inch tubing. And these segments up here, top and bottom, are actually radiused for 2-inch tubing. So with just a separate strong back for each side, you can actually just have a bunch of clamps like these made up, and it'll work out for any range of material tubing. Hold it pretty good. The only difference is in setup here would actually be the gap between these two clamps and the size of your strong back here. So if this were 2-inch tubing, this gap's much more like an inch instead of here it's more like 20 thousandths of an inch. So this gap between the two clamps would be more like an inch. So your clamp strong back here will be, another 2 inches wider or something like that, trying to make everything stay and then in between them will be that 1.5 inch, so that gap will be more like half an inch. Give or take. So this is a pretty cool clamping system. It's a little bit overkill for a lot of fabrication, but sometimes if you're fabricating out in space, this might come in handy. So we've actually thrown these on our printer. This is our file here, and we've thrown these on our Raise 3D, and we'll see what the results are. We'll actually go try it out on our stand-in tubing on the Project Hypertenerate here when they're done. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we are back here. We have our things off the printer and on the actual main hoop here that we're mocking up. So you can kind of see how we have this set up here. You get your two pieces, your two clamp pieces here, and those are clamped onto our mock-up pipe here with these fasteners here. And then you get 4 bolts coming through here that kind of line everything up and cinch it all together and make sure everything holds pretty well. If you're installing just one clamp like this, you do need to kind of take it as a little bit of a process, or get everything up in there loose and then slowly tighten it down in order for everything to stay. If you had a second clamp, so if we currently don't have a second clamp on our other connection, but if we had a second clamp on our other connection, the actual fit up is a lot easier. But you can see here what this does for us. This gives us a nice positive control of our piece, and I'm gonna go get my welding torch here. And if we were coming in to weld this is, let's see if you can see it. This is a standard MIG from our Vulcan 215 setup here. We can get right in here, zap. Could probably get back in here and zap that. And it looks like we can even come in between here. So we could do our 4 corners, come in here, zap it, come up underneath, and get all of our tacks to hold this thing in place. And then what you do is you disassemble it and do the full welding either on the bike or off the bike. Whatever suits your fancy there. I'd probably full weld it off the bike just for access and ease of use. So this is a pull-up clamp. The process is the same, using pretty much whatever size pipe the pull-up clamp makes up to. You just need a different back. If you guys are interested in this tool, I'll put copies of this available at Thingiverse. Link down below to my Thingiverse profile, or these specific things, whatever makes sense. So if you want to use them and make these clamps yourself, or take the files and adjust them how you need to, you can absolutely go do that. So thanks for watching, guys. My name's Andrew. This is another Make and Break YouTube video featuring our Project Hypertenerate Yamaha R6 and some new 3D printed tooling. If you like this video, definitely hit like, comment down below if you have questions about the tooling, comments, concerns. If you kind of want to know the full printer settings and don't want to follow the Thingiverse link where I describe some of that stuff, hit me up in the comments down below. If you like what we're doing in this channel, we got Project Hypertenerate, we have our RX-8 race car coming up here soon, then definitely hit subscribe, ding that bell icon, and come on back and watch our videos. So thanks for watching, guys. My name's Andrew, and I'll catch you all later.